Okay guys, so the first activation exercise that we're going to be doing is for the deep cervical flexor. So these are muscles in your neck, in the front of the neck, in the cervical spine area. Okay, so these muscles get very underactive for most people. And again, if we have upper body dysfunction, we tend to get this cervical spine dysfunction. So we kind of have that rounded shoulder position, but we also kind of tend to have this forward head or protruded head position, also known as computer neck or text neck, that kind of, we're at a desk and we kind of type all day, we kind of had this position, or if we're on our phones for long periods, we kind of stoop our head forward this way. So increasingly common with today, with how technology is. So we get this a lot. So what we need to do is get these deep cervical flexors to fire up, because what we have is, in this position, we've got a combination of the lower cervical spine, so the kind of the lower part of our neck is in this flex position, and then this upper cervical spine area is kind of extended. We need to kind of bring it back the opposite ways. That's going to help to, we need a bit more lower cervical extension, a bit more upper cervical flexion. So he needs to kind of bring us from this position back to here, back to that normal neutral position. Okay, so what you're going to need to do is get yourself a resistance band. Okay, so it could be one like what I've got, the one of these CrossFit Monster bands, or like a regular long resistance band. Either one's fine. Okay, and what we're going to do is I've put it just behind my collar, okay, so it doesn't chafe my skin, plus it's a little bit easier for you guys to see, so hopefully it stays there. And what I'm going to do is I need to be up against the wall. I'm going to grab the band. I'm going to make sure I get enough tension on it. I'm going to put my hands up against the wall here. I'm going to lock out my elbows. I'm going to make sure I've got a neutral spine, so I'm going to pull my core in, tuck under my pelvis slightly, so I've got a neutral lumbar spine. And what I need to do when I'm doing this, make sure I don't get any overactive synergies trying to take over. I'm going to need to make sure I get pure deep cervical flexor activation. I'm going to depress my shoulders, okay, and I'm going to kind of drive my arms into the wall, so I'm going to get a little bit of shoulder protraction. So scapulars are depressed, and they get a little bit of protraction. And all I'm going to be doing with my neck is I'm just going to be, or with my head rather, I'm just going to be pushing my chin towards the wall. And I'm going to drive it or slide my head back and then tuck my chin under. I'm going to hold it for 4 seconds. So I'm keeping my scapulars down, keeping them round, keeping my upper back rounded slightly. I'm going to bring my head forward again. And drive it back, tuck my chin under, hold it for 4 seconds. Okay, so I'm just sliding forward, moving back. And what you guys will notice is what I'm doing is as I'm coming forward, I'm not looking up or looking down. Again, I'll lose the band anyway. Or again, when I come back, when I'm pushing back, I'm not looking down, I'm not looking up. My head is, it's like I'm just kind of sliding an object on a table. I'm just kind of bringing my chin forward, sliding it back. I recommend using like a mirror if you can, so just maintain eye contact with yourself. So again, you're not looking up or not looking down. You just got that, you're just making eye contact with yourself and just kind of moving backwards and forward, a bit like how a pigeon moves its head when it's walking along. So again, just one more time guys, scapulars depressed. You're going to drive your arms into the wall, lock out your elbows, so you've got that scapular protraction going on, that bit of rounding in the upper spine. And again, we're just going to slide the head forward and then slide it back. Hold it for 4 seconds. Again, if I had a mirror in front of me, I'll just be maintaining eye contact with myself. Forward and back. Okay, and we're going to do that again for 12 to 20 reps. 4-2-1 tempo. So again, I'm going to push back, I'm going to hold it for 4 seconds. I'm going to come back for 2, come back again, can come back out, can hold it again 4 seconds. So I want to really focus on that 4-second hold at the end. That's going to really help to build that end range strength. Again, help to maintain the mobility I just got from the mobility portion to warm up. So that's our first exercise. That's our deep cervical flex activation.